Hello and welcome to the second video that I want to talk about the concepts of blockchain. So let's see. Here we have gas limit and gas price, coin transaction, wallet token, a lot of concepts. I will explain them one by one. But first of all, I want to talk about mainnet and testnet. This is an easy concept, but most people don't know anything about it. When you want to test your application in a real life, normally you have another environment only for testing, another environment that if your code fails or something bad happens, there is no consequences. So normally when we develop, we have a development environment, we have test environment, accept environment, and production. In the blockchain world, we have a mainnet. Mainnet normally consists of main coin and main tokens and transaction and wallet. But why we call it main? Because they worth something in the real life. Like for example, a BNB coin in the mainnet of Binance worth something based on the market value, or a BUSD token in the mainnet of Binance cost real money. But in testnet, we also have a blockchain. We can create token inside it. It has its own coin, and you can do everything that you do in mainnet in testnet also. Even you can create a wallet and publish it to Google Play that uses testnet, and you can issue your tokens as much as you want. But it doesn't worth anything in the real life. So that's the main difference. A lot of scammers that I see the post online, they offer the tokens in testnet blockchains, and that's why you should be really careful. So until now, we understand that we have a testnet and we have the mainnet. We use testnet for development and we use mainnet for our production environment. If we want to deploy our wallet, it should be on the mainnet. So our coins and our tokens have a money value. So that's what I want to tell you. Because testnet does not have any money value, we can easily find faucets. If you search for example, BNB faucets, you can easily find faucets that you can get tokens or coin in testnet and use it for testing. I will show you some of them. Let's see. For example, this faucet is BNB faucet that will give you around 0.3 BNB, and you just need to put your wallet address in Binance testnet and click on send 0.3 BNB. Before this, like around 2018, you didn't need to have any money, any real coin or token in this address. But when I test recently, you might need some balance in the wallet in the main net, so you can use this one. I check it for QuickNode and ChainStack. Both of these faucets, they need you to have some balance. But for BNB faucet, here I checked and I actually couldn't use it. So if you want to have some balance in testnet, you can always use these two, and you need to have some balance, some Ethereum balance, I think, in the same address that you want to get the test tokens. As you see here, it has BNB, BTC, BUSD, a lot of tokens that it can give you for free inside the test net. I repeat again that these tokens, of course, they seem real, but they are not real. They are in another network. If you want, you can even run your own network and issue your own coin and token and everything. So it's just a matter of the network. If you are working on mainnet, then you can have value for your tokens. So let's go to the next concept. We have coin and we have token. What are the difference between these two? Coin is only one in each blockchain. For example, in Ethereum blockchain, the coin is Ether, and in Binance blockchain, the coin is BNB. So it's the main coin that it has, and it is used for payment to the miners, and also incentive for the miners, and also fee when you trade in this blockchain. But token is not belong to a specific blockchain. It's just the address inside Binance blockchain, for example, and you can treat it exactly like coin, but it's not the coin. Coin is one, and that's BNB. Then we have the transaction. When you want to send money from one wallet to second wallet, you need to do it through a transaction. Transaction saves in a block and write down that, for example, this wallet send this much BNB, for example, to the second wallet. When you want to do the transaction, actually, you should know how much gas you want to pay for that transaction. Gas is the same coin that I told you. It's some amount of the coin. So, for example, the gas in Binance Smart Chain is calculated by BNB. For example, 0.0.01 BNB, something for each transaction. To calculate the gas, we use Web3 functions, but we need to know two concepts. It's the gas limit. It means how many gas we want to use for this transaction. And also gas price. How much is the gas price now? If we multiply these two together, it will give us the amount of the gas that we need to use for the transaction. At the end, we have wallet. Wallet, as you see, is consists of two parts, public key and private key. It also have wallet ID, but we don't talk about that now because it's not a hard concept. But let's talk about private key. Each wallet has a private key that you shouldn't share with anyone. Now, in our application, when we create it, we just save it in our database, and we don't share it with anyone, and we retrieve it only when we need to send any transaction. So anyone who has the private key consider the owner of that wallet. Let's see how we are going to use that wallet and private key. So how it works, in blockchain, you create a transaction. After that, you need to send it to the blockchain. Before sending it to blockchain, you have to sign the transaction with your private key. This signing process will tell blockchain, hey, I'm the owner of this wallet. So that's why now you know anyone who has the private key, they can just sign the transaction with their private key and send it to blockchain. And with the transaction, they can do everything to the funds inside the wallet. So that's how it works. You need to keep your private key secure and only retrieve it when you want to sign any transaction. So we sign the transaction with that, and after that, we send it to the blockchain. After that, the transaction will go to the blockchain, and within 1 to 5 blocks, it will be confirmed. So first block goes and it's confirmed once, then second block confirms 2, and after 3-4 confirmation, it's obvious that our transaction is part of the blockchain, and we can consider the funds transferred. And after that, normally we get a lot of information back about our transaction, but we just need transaction hash to search later inside websites like BSC Scan or Binance Test Explorer Scan, that kind of websites. So we can scan the blockchain and see that our transaction confirmed, and that's like a proof for it. It's like a receipt. I think I explained everything we needed for our next video. On our next video, we create an API that will send a transaction to the blockchain and give back the transaction hash. So see you in the next video.